What's up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka Just 10 More Minutes, aka the Freakin 10, back again with another video. This time, something completely different. Before I started taking a lot of the requests in, I kind of did some Googling on, random songs and, what people were reacting to, trying to see what was out there. And one of the first ones that came up was, Whiskey Myers. Never heard of them. Don't know anything about, but they just had this huge, view count. And I'm like, okay, why haven't we heard more? And so one of the songs I saw was Bury My Bones. And so it sparked my curiosity because, again, I want to say it was like 8 million views on the actual video. Yet hadn't heard of them, anything about them from, a popularity standpoint. But sometimes that's what happens because they're not backed by the bigger labels. And that's a whole nother video that I could do on what I think happens in the music industry. So I'm interested to see the story of the song, see how well the lyrics are written, and really kind of understand what it's about, what the band is about, and how they write, how they play. So I don't know what to expect, never heard them. So this is completely new. And so I thought I'd just do this to throw it out there and, see what the reaction would be, because it's something I truly haven't heard from. So with that being said, you can see the title of this is Bury My Bones. It's a self-titled album of Whiskey Myers, came out in 2019. And I see John Craig Jeffers and Dijon McFarlane. Hopefully I'm not pronouncing the name wrong on Dijon. And then they listed, I thought it was interesting because when I saw the name Bury My Bones and the name Whiskey Myers, I made a little presumption it was more country. But then when I was pulling up the lyrics and I go see what the song, or not the song's about, but about the song inside of Google, it says about, and then artist, album released, and then the genre, for gingerless metal. But this is alternative and indie. So now it has me even more intrigued. So with that being said, let's switch it up and see what it's about. I'm very interested to see this one. Wow.
If I die young, write my mother, tell her that I love her, but my soul's gone home. And take my vessel to Anderson County, drive real slow and take the long way home. Tell my kin to pick up a shovel, wrestle that sugar sand and bury my bones. Won't you bury my bones beneath these pines when it comes time for you to bury my bones?
Okay, so I'm going to stop it at this first verse. Say it's a little bit of a longer verse. So I'm assuming these are two brothers, right, that are now grown up, compared to the kids that we saw in the first one. But these lyrics, again, I love lyrics that tell stories, right? If I die young, write my mother, tell her that I love her, but my soul's gone home. And take my vessel to Anderson County, drive real slow and take the long way home. Tell my kin to pick up a shovel, wrestle that sugar sand and bury my bones. Won't you bury my bones beneath these pines when it comes time for you to bury my bones? that wrestle that sugar sand, right? And I don't know where Anderson County is. I'm sure there's quite a few, but just the way that's written, right? And I really appreciate lyrics like that, as you've seen in previous videos. And if you're new to the channel and this is the first time you've seen me, I dive into the lyrics deeper than most. I don't just react and go, oh, it's a cool song, you know, visual blah. No, I like to go through these, right? And the way this is written is beautiful. Now, this is very straightforward, and you have to appreciate lyrics like that that just give it to you. But I really love, and take my vessel to Anderson County, right? Because they always talk about your body being a vessel, especially when he's talking about his soul's gone home and take the vessel of the soul. Excuse me, the soul of the vessel. Drive real slow and take the long way home. Tell my kin to pick up a shovel, wrestle that sugar sand and bury my bones. It's really cool. I like the beat. Now, it definitely, I'm not getting an alternative and indie vibe. I'm getting independent, maybe a little bit country, but that's more of, you know, maybe they with their other songs they've done. But this one I like so far. Let's see where it goes.
Choctaw side, follow my trail to a silver stone, and gather my body when you bury my bones. Won't you bury my bones?
All right, so they've kind of done it where it's kind of got to play through between. So I'll cover this second one. And don't throw me no funeral, sister, don't cry. Saw that fiddle, brother, pass that shine. So saw the fiddle, right? Playing the fiddle. Pass that shine, being moonshine. Deep down in the holler, pick the tallest pine, dig real deep where the roots touch mine. Great lyrics. Cross the Red River where it opens wide, the heroine sails to the Choctaw side. That makes me curious where Anderson County is. Is that Oklahoma where they're talking about the Red River and the Choctaw? Follow my trail till silver stone and gather my body when you bury my bones. Won't you bury my bones? I'm interested to see where this goes because I don't know if this is right before they go off to war, as we kind of saw that flash at the beginning, or is this after? Let's see where it goes. This is a fascinating song. Mm. What do you say to that? Yeah, if I die young, write my mother, tell her that I love her, but my soul's gone home. And take me back to Anderson County, drive real slow and take the long way home. And tell my kin to pick up a shovel, wrestle that sugar sand, and bury my bones. Bury my bones beneath these pines when it comes time. Yeah, if I die young, yeah, if I die young, yeah, if I die young. Now, I'll fully admit when I first saw the um, title, Bury My Bones, um, you kind of make an assumption as to what might happen. And then as I saw that first flash, the military, I didn't quite understand, but then as obviously as the song progressed, it kind of takes your mind there. This is extremely well done. It's not, are the lyrics long and deep? No, right? Because they really, I mean, they focus on that if I die young, write my mother, right? And then explain it. And then the middle is more of, don't throw me a funeral, sister, don't cry, saw the fiddle, brother, pass that shine. And it's just, don't make a big fuss, you know, make it simple and bury me. Um, Obviously then, as the video progresses, you see it's from the military and such, and that makes it a little deeper, right? Especially with just how the world has been, and we know the stripes of soldiers. Um, Very well written song. Now I saw a movie, like what looked like movie credits, and I don't know if this was part of a movie. Um, if this was a credit song, kind of like what happened when I did Ghost and Hunter's Moon. It's definitely a change of pace from, as I'm recording this, I just literally recorded Ginger Dead Hands Feel No Pain, and then As I Boil Ice, and then I switched to this. So it definitely is a huge contrast of tempos. But yeah, this was very well written. The video was great. I definitely want to see what other stuff Whiskey Myers has done. Very well written. Let me switch it up. I'll give my final 2 cents on it. All right. So, when I really look at the lyrics, right, and I still, the line that still sticks to me is wrestle that sugar sand and bury my bones. Right. And you see him kind of messing with the dirt and how easy it was coming up in that sand. And, just that visual of wrestling it, right? And you see him spreading his ashes, and it's very powerful, and it kind of gives you this for me, it was just kind of that speechless, right? And you just watch that visual, because it's a visual that quite honestly happens way too much, not just with military during war, but after war, and what a lot of vets suffer with. And so that's to me where it kind of gets that, just kind of grabs you and holds on to you. Those kind of songs have their place. Very well written, very well done from a video perspective. I see why it's got the views that it has. I definitely want to see what other stuff they've done. See if it's more up tempo, or if they stick with this kind of slow paced and very thought out, methodical lyrics that kind of grab you at the beginning, and then you kind of are pulled in. So I'm interested to see. Great song though. Great beat. Um, coming off of listening to Ginger and then immediately putting this on right after as I'm recording these, it didn't make the jump difficult, right? Um, from that up tempo to something that's more slow and kind of gives you just that, okay, I'm going to listen and jam. And then, that story hits you and the visuals hit you. Yeah, this was well done. I appreciate songs like this. I like it. I wish I'd have heard him much sooner than this, but, you know, I said the same thing about Ginger and Nightwish and all the other bands that I've reviewed. So no shocker there. But with that being said, my friends, give myself that shameless plug. If you like the video, hit that like button, leave me a comment. And if you like the content I'm putting out, please hit that subscribe button. That just tells me that I'm putting out content that you enjoy. I am releasing every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This one you will see out on Wednesday, I think. I think that's when it was. I'd have to go back and look at the schedule. But no, I publish Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then sometimes I'll put out bonus content. It just depends on how well the week's going and what time I have. So with that being said, my friends, got more videos coming this week, from Slaughter to Prevail, Falling in Reverse, Ginger live performances, Nightwish live performances, Sabaton, you name it, and all the requests that y'all have got sitting in my song list. More to come. So with that being said, my friends, I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're first time checking me out, hit that subscribe button. I definitely appreciate it. Until then, always remember, if someone asks you to stop what you're doing, don't ask for 1, don't ask for 2, and certainly don't ask for 5. Someone asks you to stop what you're doing, always ask for just 10 more minutes. I'm JTMM. I'm out.